Hello, beautiful people. I'm Nikki the Creator. I'm back. Of course I am. I told you I would be. If you're ready to coach with me, you know where the link is down below. And why are you not a part of my membership? Are you not ready for real results? Are you not ready to level up, turn up? Okay, well, link down below. Anyways, I wanted to talk about multiple things today. I had an experience where people in my YouTube world and people in my real world came to me anxiously for an answer, came to me anxiously for advice. Now, I understand. I give great ass advice. But I also understand because I'm very grounded. So I'm going to remind you, hey, remember who you are, right? But I still want to talk on it. I need you guys to remember that fear is stories. So the stories that you're being told to have faith about is the same way that the stories that you are fearful of, they're stories as well. I'm going to give you an example for those of you who still, it's not clicking for you yet, right? Being afraid of going out into a social setting is a story. I'm afraid that if I go out there, people are going to think about what I have on, what my hair looks like, what I smell like, or even just be perceiving me. And so now whenever I go out in social, whatever, I get scared because you're fearful. You created a story where you think it's a potential for people to judge you and not like, or just judge you. Same way someone who goes, oh, you know what? I want to go to this party and be seen every single day because I know I look good. It's also a story. That person created a story where there needs to be no fear to go out because they know that every single time they go out, someone is going to judge them for how they look, smell, blah, 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 but it's going to be something good or something they want to hear. So two people have stories about going outside. One is fearful of the story. One has faith every single time, has the assumption that every single time they go out, that that's going to be the story. Both manifested successfully. Now, the only difference is if you do not want it, or if you are afraid of it, you need to tell a new story. Not only do you need to tell a new story, you need to take it off the pedestal and stop giving it so much power. Because just like how you thought that going out in that social setting, people are going to judge you for what you have on and maybe tell you something and make fun of you, or whatever story you have there that you're fearful of, you can go out on that same day and somebody tell you, I love the color of your hair. I love how your shoes look. I'm so glad I bumped into you today. I had an amazing conversation with you. Both stories are potentials at the same time. Now, in my membership, I went over selecting an identity and I made it fun. They got the breakdown. I'm just going to tell you the example that I told them. If you watch the Spider-Man movie, the black little boy animation one, the cartoon animation of the Spider-Man, that is like one of my best examples to show that all of it exists right now. And all you have to do is choose the story. And in every minute, you are choosing a story about whatever it is in your life. You may not be thinking about it because you have it so normalized. So for example, some of you guys are probably not even going to think, oh, something with my car. I don't know if I know how to drive, because you feel like, no, it's normalized. I know how to drive. Right? But there's some topics some of you guys are like, right? Because you haven't normalized it. My whole point in this, guys, is that you get a choice every time. Hey, you can sit here and think of all the potential realms of you, versions of you where things are not working out, or you can sit and dwell on all the potentials of you where things are working out, because both exist at the same time. Back to the Spider-Man example. I ain't forget. I did not forget. In the movie, Spider-Man ended up realizing that there is a multiverse, which we all know that's how Marvel works, but there's multiple realities where he was a different version of Spider-Man. There was one Spider-Man where his uncle wasn't the one that passed away. It was his dad. There was another reality that he wasn't even Spider-Man. There was another reality where his crush wasn't his crush, but something else to him. He realized that there was different realities of him. And all he did was choose the one with him. Now, there's a whole storyline with Spider-Man. My whole point, guys, is there's a version of you that is confident in themselves, know that you are the I am, know that reality works in your favor, know that it always mirrors your favorable thoughts. There's one of you that's anxious, afraid to go out into social settings, afraid to spend money because you feel like money doesn't come back to you. There's a you that's super rich but evil. There's a you that's super rich but good. There's one where you have 10 kids. There's one where you have no kids. There's one where you have 5 dogs. There's one where you don't have 5 dogs. There's one where you have it all together. What is my point? You need to decide your I am and stop being afraid of the potential of the one you don't like coming to be. That's you guys just gonna hear my dog, my bad, running up the steps. That's like living and laying down on your bed and being like, I don't know, the floor might be lava, but I can't take the risk, I don't know. But it's like, what's the point of doing that when both exist? You might as well think favorably. You might as well identify favorably. So when I tell you guys that the internal microphone is always on, I mean that. What are you saying about yourself and to yourself when you're at work? What are you saying about yourself and to yourself when you're with your bae or thinking about love? What are you saying about yourself and saying to yourself when you're by yourself, looking in the mirror, talking to friends, talking to your mama? That is your self-concept. That is also your concept of self in relation to different topics. Don't sit there fearing the potential that it won't work out, because then what you're really doing is you're not even giving the potential for it to work out a chance. But that's what you want. And that's what most of you come to my videos about. I want to have this experience. I want to do this. I want to do that. And all I tell you, well, take the leap. Try dwelling on the favorable for a while. Oh my God, I'm afraid that. What are you afraid of? You already were focusing on what you don't want anyway. So you might as well switch it up and be like, yo, for the whole week, I thought about how it wasn't going to work. Let me try a day. All she's telling me to do is try a day. All I'm trying to tell you is try it right now. Once you leave this video, go and try.